brothers grew up in the same house. Same parents, same schools, same opportunities. They even earned almost the same salaries throughout their careers. But when they retired at 65, their lives looked completely different. One brother retired with $1.4 million, a paid-off house, and total financial freedom. The other retired with $180,000, a mortgage still unpaid, and constant financial stress. Same upbringing, same income. So what caused such a massive difference? The answer might surprise you, because the moment that separated their futures happened during one single decade of their lives, their 40s. Most people think financial success is decided early in life, in your 20s, maybe your 30s. But in reality, the decade that often determines your financial future is your 40s. And the reason comes down to three powerful forces that only exist during this period of life. For most people, their 40s sit at the intersection of peak earning power, remaining time for compounding, and stabilizing expenses. When these three forces align, small decisions suddenly become extremely powerful, and the people who use this decade wisely often end up financially secure. Those who don't can spend the rest of their lives trying to catch up. For most professionals, income peaks somewhere between age 42 and 55. Your career experience is high, your skills are valuable, your salary is often the highest it has ever been. That means your 40s are the years when you have the most financial power to build wealth. A 45-year-old earning $120,000 per year can save more in absolute dollars than they ever could in their 20s or 30s. But there's another factor that makes this decade even more powerful: time. At age 40, you still have roughly 25 years until retirement. That's enough time for money invested today to potentially multiply several times. A dollar invested at 40 can become roughly $4 by retirement. But something interesting happens after that. At 50, the compounding window shrinks. At 55, it shrinks even more, which means the money you invest in your 40s works far harder than the money invested later. This is why missing this decade can create a financial gap that becomes extremely difficult to close. But here's where many people make a mistake. Your 40s often come with a powerful temptation: lifestyle inflation. You've worked for 20 years, your income is higher, and naturally you feel like you deserve to enjoy it. This is when many people upgrade their lifestyle: a bigger house, a luxury car, more expensive vacations, and each decision seems small in isolation. But over time, those decisions quietly redirect money away from investments, and that's where the financial paths begin to separate. Let's go back to those two brothers. Both reached age 40 with similar incomes and about $100,000 saved. The first brother kept his lifestyle relatively stable. Instead of upgrading his house dramatically, he invested the extra money. Instead of buying luxury cars, he bought reliable used vehicles. Instead of increasing spending every time his income rose, he increased his investments. Over the next 25 years, those decisions compounded into more than $1.4 million. The second brother made different choices. He upgraded his home, bought expensive vehicles, and slowly allowed lifestyle costs to absorb most of his income. None of these decisions felt irresponsible, but by the time retirement arrived, his savings had reached around $180,000. Two lives, separated by a decade of decisions. Here's what makes this so tricky. Lifestyle upgrades feel rewarding in the moment, but research shows something interesting. Most people adapt to lifestyle improvements within 1 to 2 years. The bigger house eventually feels normal. The luxury car eventually feels ordinary. But the money spent on those upgrades is permanently gone. The temporary pleasure disappears, but the long-term financial impact remains. Now imagine yourself at 70 years old. In one future, you're relaxed, traveling, spending time with family, not worrying about money. In another future, you're calculating whether your retirement savings will last. Both versions of your future begin with the decisions made in your 40s. Your income doesn't decide that outcome, your habits do, because sometimes the most important financial decisions in life aren't the big dramatic ones. They're the small choices you repeat for a decade, and those choices decide everything. If you want to understand how money, wealth, and the financial system really work, subscribe to Wealthia Finance, because the more you understand the system, the better decisions you can make inside it. I'll see you in the next video.